Okay, so I guess I'm live. I haven't really tested out this setup before, and I really have no clue what the quality is going to be like, or it seems like it's okay. I'm downloading OBS right now, and that's going well, and it seems like the stream is pretty constant. You can see my new violin in the back there. I guess if you sorry, my neck is like all stiff. I've been sitting in this chair all day, pretty much. Had some meetings this morning, and then since then, pretty much just watching anime and hanging out. But oh, hey Bianca, how are you? Hey. So yeah, I'm kind of just testing out the stream, seeing what it works like. I got my microphone here on my desk, and yeah, made it safely to Antigua. So that's been great. I've been here for about a month now, probably. I got here at the beginning of February. Quality's good. That's awesome. I'm going to be on some panels for ETH Denver, which is like an Ethereum blockchain conference. It's online this year. They're doing it in like the virtual world, and they recreated the facility, the stadium that it's usually held in virtually. So I've actually never been to ETH Denver physically. So I'm actually really excited. I know most people in the space have been to ETH Denver 4 times or 3, multiple times. But I couldn't really afford to get down there, and that was kind of a big commitment for me. And so it's really cool that now that it's virtual, I'm able to not only like be in a panel, I'm also moderating a panel as well for ETH Denver about NFTs. So Caro from Mintbase, and then Sparrow, who's an NFT artist, and some others are going to be in the panel. So it should be fun. We're just going to talk about, I didn't shower this morning because, I fell skateboarding and I got a pretty nasty cut. And every time I shower, the scab kind of messes up. And so I try not to shower more than I have to while the scab is healing. I volunteer here as well. So my main goal coming down, I keep going on different tangents, but it's been so long since I've done a stream and really talked about everything that's going on. But my main goal coming down here was to volunteer at the Friends of the Care Project, which is a local, school for special needs kids or special needs youth. And so, after getting there and seeing where they could use need, they have a lot of needs. Not all of them I can fill right at the moment, or not all of them the Marma J Foundation can fill at the moment, but I work with Mintbase, CreateBase, Near, as an NFT platform. And so I feel like one of the really cool ways to support the Friends of the Care Project is to take some of the art that the students have made physically, get my lovely fiance, Bianca, who's been commenting in the video, to recreate it digitally, and then turn those into NFTs, which we'll auction off. And then if people want to support the Marma J Foundation, the Friends of the Care Project, they can purchase those NFTs, and the funds, will be sent to the Friends of the Care Project. So I made an account for them, FOTCP.near, and we have an account for Marma J, marmaj.near. And so Mintbase has this cool new feature they're coming out with called split fees, which will allow some of the value amongst different accounts. And so if I for one near, and I say, okay, I want 80% Friends of the Care Project.near, and I want, say, 10% going to Marmaget.near, then 10% going to, say, Bianca.near. So Bianca has that name. I have Chloe.near as well. But if we did that, then even if those art pieces got resold for more later, and this is kind of the idea is that I want to sell the art pieces for very accessible amounts. So like one near, for example, and maybe we'll do an auction type of setting, starting the auction at one near and setting it go for like an hour. Very quick auction, no big deal. With the idea being that if someone decides to resell the artwork later, if they sell it for 1,000 near or something like that, the commission will still be split in the same ratio. So 80% of the commission would go to Friends of the Care Project, 10% to the Marma J Foundation, and 10% to Bianca. So for this project, Bianca's not really taking a cut. It's a way to just give back. The Marma J Foundation will take a small cut, just so that we can, I want to be able to, not only support the Friends of the Care Project, but I also want to be able to support. So, for example, I have a foster dog that I took in. Basically, there was a dog living near a supermarket that it had like an owner, a local owner, I guess. And the dog would follow the owner everywhere. And the owner said, the dog is causing me trouble. If it keeps following me, I'm gonna have to take care of it. Either you take it somewhere or whatever. And so Mackenzie Brooke, she's a yoga teacher on the island, and she helps out with a lot of stray animals and does a lot for the animals on the island. She put up a story on Instagram saying, can anyone take this dog? Obviously we didn't want the dog to die. And, I was like, sure, I have a fenced yard. Finally in Antigua, I can actually have dogs stay here. Last time I was here, I lived in an apartment a year and a bit ago. And so I was like, sure, I'll take the dog, bring it here. So she brought the dog the next day, and it's been quite the adventure with this dog. He's now named Jack. And it's funny because Bianca named him, but I'm calling him Jack the Licker. Because when he gets happy, he was very scared of me for the past 2 weeks. But now he's finally letting me pet him, and he doesn't run away when I feed him as much. But he always licks. So when he gets excited, he'll lick all over. And it's funny because last time Mackenzie was here, she had some she came all sweaty after yoga class, and Jack was licking her everywhere. And now he starts to lick me as well. And it's super cute. I don't mind too much. I don't have anywhere to go, anywhere to be. Yeah, right? Jack the Licker. Super cute name. I like putting, oops, I did not mean to do caps lock, but that's all right. I like doing, sorry, I didn't even spell it right. I didn't care. I like doing the comments though, so that people that watch it back can know what I said without having to hear me. But yeah, so that's the situation mostly. Mondays and Wednesday mornings, I volunteer with the Friends of the Care Project. I skateboard down there, so my only mode of transportation is my feet and my skateboard. These days, that's how I fell. I felt really close to home, luckily, though. It did not feel very nice, but luckily I was close to home. I was bleeding everywhere. But luckily I was able to, come back home, take a shower. I took a day off of Friends of the Care Project. I felt last Wednesday morning, and so it's been about a week, 6 days. And so hopefully tomorrow morning when I head down to the Friends of the Care Project, I'm safe as well and I'm good to go. Yesterday I picked up all my streaming equipment. So in Antigua, pretty much everything that gets shipped in needs to go through customs. So you can't just ship stuff anywhere you want just for fun. You have to, almost everything that gets shipped here gets held at customs. And if you have a broker, the broker can help you out and get things cleared past customs, but you got to pay for the broker. And if you don't have a broker, you got to go to the airport yourself and go clear your items. So I don't have a broker, although my uncle is a broker, but he's very old and he's not feeling very well. So I skated to town, volunteered at the Friends of the Care Project on Monday. Oh no, so yeah, and then I got a taxi down to the airport. Yeah, it was quite a hassle, but it all worked out pretty well. The lady at the customs office was very kind and very nice. Bianca wrapped everything so well. Nothing seems to have broken when it got here. So I got my Mac Mini that I stream on. I got my webcam, and now I'm able to do all this stuff again. This is honestly a stream to kind of test it out and try out the streaming equipment for the ETH Denver panels that I'm moderating and in next week, but also just to kind of for myself. One of the main reasons I do these streams is to it's like a audio visual diary of everything that I do. I consider myself a researcher, I suppose, and I hate writing papers though. So this is a great way for me to have a lot of data saved and synced, but for free. well, for free. Google is obviously, monetizing me. And I don't mind though. I know a lot of people in the tech community are like, oh, big bad Google. I'm like, okay, as someone who can't afford to, pay for my own storage for all this data, I don't mind. It also makes it easy to find for other people. And maybe someone wants to think about going to Antigua and they want to ship stuff down. Don't ship stuff. Okay, bring it in your suitcase. Whatever you can, bring it in your suitcase. So yeah, paid like $400 US to get it shipped. Then I paid about $100 for taxes at customs, but it got here, and honestly, I'm excited about it. So yeah, honestly, besides that, not much has been going on. Mintbase, the new platform coming out on Near, the Near blockchain, has been a bit delayed, and so it's kind of been a little calm before the storm, which I don't really mind. And so we have our Create-based community call on Thursday, and hopefully we'll have a little bit of a little sneak peek to show off for that, which I'm really excited for. I love the community calls. I love being able to just get in with the community, see what's going on, see what people are excited about. And honestly, I really enjoy giving out funds to projects that are trying to be creative, trying to do something new, trying to use the blockchain in a way that can actually support people. I guess like I kind of got into crypto right before the last bull market, so like 2017. And so I kind of got to experience this really financial like revolution, in my opinion, where like, Bitcoin was $3,000 and it was $21,000. Everyone going crazy. But then I saw how quickly all of that faded, and I saw how quickly a lot of people and projects were like, okay, well, the money's not here anymore, let's do something else. And I guess for me, I always wondered, like, that doesn't seem very sustaining, doesn't seem like it's something that can last very long. And now we're in another bear market, and everyone seems to be very happy and very excited. And the beauty of DeFi is that it seems as though this bear market could be more long lasting. Simply because a lot of the yield that's generated is just, even safe yield is much higher than what you'd receive in the bank account, for example. So even like when it comes to like staking yield for Ethereum 2 or for Near or for Cosmos, there's so many places now where you can, just have some tokens and earn between 5 and 15% just from layer 1 security staking, proof of stake. And I think the beauty of that is that people don't have to sell their tokens, arguably, to get some sort of yield. And I think that what that provides is a way to start building on top of these primitives of proof of stake to now allowing people to get, okay, your money's locked up staking, but we're going to take some risk on that money. So lock your funds up with us, and we'll give you some sort of credit. So Aave just released a little meme. Maybe they're going to be coming with a credit card. And so if Aave had a credit card, you could imagine it'd be like a Nexo. If you know about Nexo is a centralized platform where you can input your tokens, across multiple chains, and they'll let you take out some credit based on that. MakerDAO arguably does this on chain in a different way with, I guess, not CDPs anymore, vaults. But you could imagine that if you could put your assets into a yield-bearing smart contract where you're earning, let's say, $100 a day in fees, there would be a company out there who would be willing to loan you at least $50 a day, or loan you a certain amount of your principal, knowing that if you don't pay it back, they can just take your underlying assets. And so I think a lot of the benefits coming to DeFi is just capital efficiency, allowing people to lock up their funds in a smart contract, earn some yield, which is way higher than what a credit card fee would be, like just earn quite a bit of yield, and then spend your underlying assets. And then if you can't pay your bills, you just lose your money. The protocol will sell your assets, and no harm, no foul, arguably. You bought what you wanted to buy with your credit cards. You own the assets you purchased. So if I buy a car with my credit card, say the car costs $20,000, I can swipe my card, buy the car. And I have $30,000 of collateral, so I'm like, okay, cool. If my crypto goes up, then arguably I can just sell some of my collateral and the car was arguably free, right? So free car in a bull market, you free everything in a bull market. But then in a bit, if the market goes down, I got to find extra collateral to deposit into the smart contract, or else the contract will own my, if I don't pay back my bills, instead of being like a credit card where you're borrowing money without having any, in this type of a setting, you'd be spending money by locking your money up. And if you don't pay, they'll just take your money. The benefit being obviously a lot more capital efficiency, but the downside being that if there's a huge downturn in the market, your money's gone. Like, I don't know. I don't really enjoyed these. I really enjoy DeFi. If you're wealthy, and I say wealthy, but like fees are high on Ethereum, gas fees are high for executing transactions. And so let's say you have $1 million in savings and you put $100,000 in DeFi, you might be earning 40, 50, 60% per year on that 100,000. But arguably you might need to, if you start getting really close to your debt ratio or collateralization ratio, starts coming down to where you might get liquidated, you're going to have to be able to deposit more money. And so if you have a large sum of extra fiat or other currencies to deposit, then you're fine. You don't really care. But for the average individual, who might have 30% of their money in DeFi, 40% of their money in DeFi, in a bull market, I think it's very easy to start thinking you have a lot of money, right? So let's say you have one Bitcoin, that might have been $3,000, last year, not even that long ago. And now I'm at $35,000. Wow. Like, you had one Bitcoin and you still only have one Bitcoin, but now you're able to, buy so much more with it. So, you might, okay, I'm just going to put a down payment on my house, right? Why not? I got some Bitcoin. I have a loan. I have a down payment on my house. You're living in your house. You're good to go. But in a major downturn, you get liquidated, your Bitcoin is gone, right? The smart contract takes your wrapped Bitcoin or your Bitcoin. You still have your house, but you still have payments in your house too. And so if you don't have the collateral to top up your collateralization ratio or improve it, then arguably those payments will continue in the real world, and in the crypto world, you don't really have it anymore. So I think DeFi is an amazing primitive. And the experiments that come out of it are absolutely mind-blowing a lot of times. But I don't think they're necessarily tailored to the average individual or the average investor. And there are some protocols that are looking to do this a bit more. I know Maker is trying to come out with like a stable coin with like built-in interest at the protocol level. And honestly, though, I really just enjoy base layer security, proof of stake, like yield. Let's call it that. So, like for example, ETH2, you get like a built-in yield from network security being paid out to individuals, and so you don't really have. There's no debt. There's no like collateral to lock up. It's simply I hold these tokens and I am earning, let's say 10% per year more of these tokens. So if the tokens moon and go up 1,000%, okay, you're still earning in the token. And if the token goes down a lot, then that's fine. Obviously, the same DeFi primitives are going to be built on top of it, on top of staking primitives. But that is what it is. People can choose the level of, I guess, risk they're willing to take and move from there. That was a long way to say that while I love DeFi and I love bull markets, I enjoy things that people like. When I say people, I mean like the average individual that knows nothing about crypto. I enjoy platforms or primitives that anybody can use, that anyone can enjoy. And so with NFTs, the reason I like them so much is because anyone can enjoy art. Regardless of whether you understand the blockchain or you understand all these DeFi primitives and what money and all crypto and all this kind of stuff, crypto economics, you could still see a picture and know that you want to own it, right? I think my food, wait, let me see. Someone's here. Oh, I think my food's being delivered. I'm actually going to leave the stream on and be right back. I think it's like, I'm going to get some money out too. Sorry. Doop. I'll be back. Oh, hey. Oh, I guess I'll open that for you first.
What did you say?
I said, I guess I'll open this for you first.
Oh, I don't have to try it, but you put a little here.
Yeah, you can do that. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the-
I know they like to see, so.
Not yet. They'll come right away. Hey. Why not in there? Looks like. Hopefully I'll be getting the fridge fixed now. And hopefully I'll be getting the fridge fixed
Well,
sometime.
they're smaller cans now.
Okay, that works. Oh, no worries. If you're like 30.
No, I mean, the baby.
Oh, no worries.
Little dog. Where are you? How's he doing?
He's pretty good. Probably in the back seat. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Little dog.
Actually, so
Where are you?
that's Mackenzie who and so I'm gonna go. Bye everybody. Fun stream.